Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood. Today we're going to be learning all about hippos, but before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Now, hippos spend most of their day in water to keep themselves cool and protect their skin from the hot sun. But when people have seen hippos on land, they say the hippos seem to be sweating blood. Could that be true? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. The word hippopotamus comes to us from ancient Greek. It's a combination of two words, hippos, meaning horse, and potamus, meaning river. So it literally translates to river horse. Now, obviously, a hippo is not any sort of a horse. They aren't graceful, they don't have those long flowing manes, and they're certainly not in the same animal family. So why the name? Early Greek explorers likely saw these massive animals emerging from the water, perhaps snorting and breathing heavily, and made a connection to the horses they knew. Despite the inaccuracy of the comparison, the name stuck. And I guess on some level, it does work with the hippo's semi-aquatic lifestyle, spending its days submerged in rivers and lakes. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about hippos. Number 1, despite their bulky appearance, hippos could outrun just about any human. It's easy to look at a hippo, which can weigh over 3,300 pounds or 1,500 kilograms, and assume it's slow and clumsy on land, but that assumption would be a dangerous mistake. Hippos are incredibly powerful and can run at speeds of up to 19 miles per hour in short bursts. For comparison, the fastest human runners in the world can barely exceed that speed, meaning the average person would have pretty much no chance of outrunning a charging hippo. This surprising speed is one of the reasons hippos are considered one of the most dangerous land animals in Africa, if not the whole world. They're extremely territorial, especially in water, and can be very aggressive if they feel threatened. This combination of massive size, surprising agility, and a powerful bite means they're an animal to be admired from a very safe distance. Number 2. The hippo's closest cousins aren't pigs or horses, but whales. If you had to guess a hippo's closest relative, you might guess a pig because of its stout body and snout, or maybe even an elephant because of its size and thick skin. For centuries, scientists thought the same thing. But modern DNA analysis has revealed a shocking family connection. The hippo's closest living relatives are cetaceans, the group of marine mammals that include whales, dolphins, and porpoises. This incredible evolutionary link means that hippos and whales share a common ancestor that lived about 55 million years ago. This ancient creature was likely a 4-legged land mammal that, over millions of years, gave rise to 2 different groups. One branch went back into the water, evolving into the whales and dolphins we know today, while the other branch led to hippos. They still share some traits for their common ancestry, like being mostly hairless and giving birth underwater. And if you want to learn more about whales, our hippo's distant cousins, check the links in the show notes. Number 3. Hippos can talk above and below water at the same time. Hippos are very social and noisy animals, and they have a unique way of communicating that perfectly suits their amphibious lifestyle. They make a series of loud grunts, honks, and bellows to communicate with their group, which is called a bloat. What's amazing is that they can make these sounds with their head half submerged in the water, sending the message through both the air and the water simultaneously. Here's how it works. With their huge nostrils just above the surface, the sound travels out into the air, reaching other hippos on the riverbank. At the same time, the vibrations of their vocal cords travel through the fatty tissues in their neck and jaw into the water, carrying the sound to their friends who are underwater. This dual channel communication allows them to stay in constant contact, warning of dangers or calling out to each other across their watery homes. Number 4. These massive animals act like giant nocturnal lawnmowers, eating about 80 pounds of grass every single night. While they spend their days lounging in the water, hippos are actually herbivores, meaning they eat only plants, and they leave the water at night to eat. Under the cover of darkness, they'll venture out onto the grasslands, sometimes traveling up to 6 miles or 10 kilometers in a single night to graze. Using their wide, muscular lips, they pluck up huge amounts of short grass, consuming about 80 pounds or 36 kilograms every single night to maintain their massive size. Their grazing habits have a huge impact on their local environment. The paths they take from the water to their grazing spots become well-worn trails, and the areas where they feed are often cropped so short they're called hippo lawns. By moving between water and land, they also play a vital role in the ecosystem by transferring nutrients. Their waste fertilizes the water, which helps support fish and other aquatic life. And our fifth and final fun fact for today: hippos use their tail like a propeller to mark their territory in a very messy way. This might be one of the strangest facts about hippos. When a dominant male hippo needs to go to the bathroom, he performs a unique ritual to mark his territory. He'll position himself, often near the edge of his territory, and begin to spin his short, flat tail around like a propeller. When doing this, he releases his dung, and that dung is, well, flung in all directions, splattering across bushes, rocks, and anything else nearby. This behavior, known as dung showering, is a powerful form of communication. It serves as a strong keep out sign to other rival males, and frankly, anyone who can see what's going on. I mean, I wouldn't want to be near it. The more widely a hippo can spread his dung, the more impressive and dominant he appears to other hippos. It's a very effective, if smelly, way of defining boundaries and asserting control over his stretch of the river and the group of females that live there. It's a key part of hippo social culture and a truly unforgettable sight and smell. Now for some news you can use. If you're planning a trip to go hang out with the hippos, my advice is just don't. Their behavior offers a really important lesson for wildlife safety. Respect an animal's personal space. Hippos become aggressive when humans or other animals get too close, especially when they're between a hippo and its path to the water. This is true for almost all wild animals, from a squirrel in your backyard to a bear in a national park. When you see a wild animal, the best thing you can do is stay back and observe from a distance. Use binoculars or a camera with a zoom lens to get a closer look without intruding on their space. Remember that wild animals are unpredictable, and a calm animal can become defensive or aggressive in an instant. Giving them plenty of room ensures that both you and the animal stay safe, allowing you to appreciate the wonders of nature without causing any harm. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, do you think it's true that while hippos are on land, they sweat blood? Well, that's not exactly true. I mean, They don't sweat blood, but it kind of looks like it. Hippos do secrete a thick, oily red fluid that looks like blood, but it's not blood. It's not even technically sweat either, as hippos don't have true sweat glands. A hippo's skin is actually very sensitive and can get sunburned and dehydrated easily, which is why they spend so much of their time in water. This pinkish red secretion acts almost like a sunscreen for them. It's made of two unique acids, hipposudoric acid, which is red, and norhipposudoric acid, which is orange. This substance creates a protective layer that acts as a powerful natural sunscreen by absorbing ultraviolet light. Not only that, but it's also a potent antibiotic which helps protect them from infections in any cuts or scrapes they might get. So while they aren't actually sweating blood, they are producing their very own amazing custom-made skin protectant. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about hippos with me today. Be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.